is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, don't adjust your screen. I know it's funny. We're here on Monday, but we had to do it. The 53-man roster comes out, so we had to do our final 53 again, the second year in a row, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm not alone. I'm not alone on this Monday. I got my guys with me. And if it's warm in Northern Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, it's warm in Maryland, but it's sticky, icky in South Carolina, where that's my guy Will Kramer.
Yes, it is. It's a little warm here, but that's all right. I'll take it. All right, man. Monday night, I'm up past my bedtime. Andrew Faubert with the first. He beat me on Thursday, the ladies' show. I was waiting to do first, and all of a sudden I walked away. I came back, and he had it. I was like, no!
Yep. Yeah, buddy. Hey, and always a member of the show coming in the way that he used to. Nice and moist. Oh. The shirtless wonder, Ab Lowe. Let's go. It's Monday, baby. Let's get it. Oh, my goodness. On this Monday, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you are having a good night. We hope you are peaceful, calm with your family at home, off work, whatever you're doing. We're here to talk football. We are 3 or 4 days away from the 1st of September, about a week and a half away from the first games. We had our last games this past weekend, and unfortunately, we were not successful. We did not get the W, but it's preseason, baby. That's neither here nor there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Washington Football Weekly, but first and foremost, we do need to start the show on a bit of a somber note. Just recently, we found out, I believe it was, when did you share that with us, Ab? Yesterday?
Roger.
Yesterday? Yep. Yesterday, while in, I believe, Northwest D.C., driving on 8th Street, wasn't it?
I want to say Northeast.
Northeast.
I want to say Northeast.
Our third round pick, Brian Robinson, in an attempted carjacking, was shot multiple times, rushed to the hospital. For most of the night, they said he was in stable condition. A lot of people have reached out to him, the players, the fans, obviously, the Washington organization. Some top tier members in the organization were there. They were visiting him. He has sent out a tweet that said that he is feeling better as far as just, trying to be positive about it and just appreciates all the love that he's gotten. But this hits home. I mean, this is crazy. When you sent that app, I'm sitting here like, are you serious? And it just kept coming in. Everybody was sending it. Everybody was saying, look, have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm at a loss of words, guys. I don't even know what to say. What do y'all think?
Yeah, honestly, I thought Ab was announcing like we cut Antonio Gibson or something like that, like something crazy roster related. And honestly, like my first thoughts were, I went to like, oh my gosh, we're depending, like selfishly, I was like, we were depending on this guy and, he's supposed to play for us. And is he going to recover? And then I started thinking, is he going to recover? What is the extent? And my next thoughts though, I went back to, 2007? I started thinking Sean Taylor. Like, man, we have gone through this before, especially when they're like, he's in the hospital now. They said stable. It's like, I need to hear more reports before I start, thinking he's going to be good. So it's just awful. It's just awful.
It's a damn shame.
So, most fans, I thought the same thing. I'm like, damn, there goes our season. And those are like my immediate thoughts. But then as I had time to reflect a little bit, it kind of just, we all tend, with all the excitement that is football season and our teams and everything like that, we forget that these are people, guys.
Yep.
And it just kind of touched me. And like, I feel bad for thinking like, hey, my football team, Dazzy Da, like, what are we going to do now? Like, I feel like a real jackass, but like, I mean, I came back around and I'm like, this is a real person. This is somebody's kid, guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad. It really is.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he's healing up. He had surgery this morning and he's out of surgery and he's apparently doing well. So honestly, let's just pray that this man comes back even stronger, not for our team, but just because he's a fellow man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, I think it's only human. I, like you guys, my initial thought was, damn, he was projected to be our starter. This is, this is everything we've been wanting and lit a fire under Gibson. But then you do step back for a second. You're like, are you serious? What are you thinking about? This man has been shot. And you really just got to step back and take a deep breath and say, wow. You know what I mean? You think that, because these guys are in NFL, because they have bodyguards sometimes, and because they are, celebrities, if you will, that they are maybe, not, able to get normal situations like that. They don't have to deal with that type of stuff. But I mean, hey, like you said, Ab, we're all human. This type of stuff happens, and it happened in a rough area. For all intents and purposes, what we heard, there was a tussle. He tried to potentially fight back. And that type of situation is, like my dad always said, just live to see another day, man. All whatever, just give it to him and keep moving. But it's just, my thought right now, he's alive. He's coherent. He's very with it. He's been able to talk to different people, and he seems to be at least in good spirits. Like you said, the surgery, they had the surgery. So it's just, look, our prayers go out to you. Football is an afterthought. Don't worry about football. You need to go out there, take care of your health, take care of, just getting back to walking and doing your normal day to day. Don't even think about that. Football will take care of itself, man. So we just want to send our prayers to his loved ones, and to his family and to him. Speedy recovery, man. Best wishes to you. Washington Football Weekly, man. From us, our heart goes out to you, man. Best of luck with everything in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. So, ladies and gentlemen, from that note, we need to move on because, like I said before, there was a game. And I talked a whole lot to a dear friend of the show, Mr. Nathan Snell. I said, that streak you got, I'm glad you still have it because we're about to end it. And there was a moment where my guy Sam had a shot to tie the game, but didn't do it. But my guy down here, Mr. Ab Lowe, was live at M&T Bank Stadium. Ab, first and foremost, I apologize. I wasn't able to make it. I thought tickets were going to go down on game day. They went up.
For real?
Yeah. Like they were 26 on, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday. So I was like, you know what? Let me just wait. Let me wait till Friday. I looked Friday. They were about 40. I was like, Kat said, game day, they'll go down like concert tickets. Them jokers was up to 60. I was like, on a preseason game where no starters are going to play? Are you serious? So talk to me. What M&T Bank must be, one of the best stadiums in the world if they charging that. Talk to me about it, man.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like before, because first, like from our hotel, me and my son, we walked to get to the stadium, and you have to go through Camden Yards. And you're going through Camden Yards, and you're going through like the parking lot because they're right by each other. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, Camden Yards is legit. Honestly, I don't know what every other stadium's doing, but Camden Yards is legit. And then we get into you're like, okay, it's kind of like switching from like what the Orioles doing, the colors of the Orioles, and then it's going to like black and purple. Bro, their parking lot is jumping, man. I'm trying to tell you, had DJs, had like breweries, had like I'm trying to tell you, the DJs are playing the DMX, and my son, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get, I'm on my 1 foot trying to dance and everything like that. I'm trying to tell you, I was jamming, bro. But it is a whole experience. And before we get into the stadium, people are like with signs saying, "We need tickets. We need tickets." Like legit, they were trying to buy tickets off of people,
Oh, wow.
and like, and so I'm like, for real, this is crazy. And I'm like, for a preseason game,
right?
So we get inside, and the place is awesome. Not to mention, beers are $5 cheaper there than they are at FedEx.
Oh,
like,
we might be rooting for the wrong team, guys.
I'm trying to tell you, man. And so we get to our seats, and me and my son were sitting in a nice area, like, and we had no fans on our side. We still have Ravens fans all over the place and everything like that. And it was good. It was a good experience. Ravens fans are real chill. They're funny and everything like that. They're like any other type of fans, but like on a chill level, you know what I'm saying? Like giving you crap back and forth. And it, like I said, it was a great experience. Just for being at the stadium. Lines weren't that long. Like RFK I'll say RFK, but I'm sorry, FedEx it seems so long all the time.
Yes.
It's insane. I'm trying to tell you, like, whatever they're doing over here, they need to start paying attention at FedEx. Like, because we are doing it wrong. Wrong. Absolutely. And I mean, it won't be my last game going there, guys. I'm trying to tell you. That's how cool it was. It really was.
I can only imagine what it's like during a regular season game. Whew. I bet that joint is live.
Dude, and the stadium didn't even seem that full.
Yeah.
It really didn't, but it was loud. It was so loud. These people were jumping. Oh my gosh, man. Our stadium don't ever get that loud.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it's the other team.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it's the other team.
Yeah. Go ahead, Will. Yes, I'm saying.
No, I mean, I've never been to a game at M&T, but I have been to other sporting events there, and like, it's nice. I mean, FedEx is a dump. You know, it was modeled old. You know, and it's just like you said, the lines are terrible. It's a terrible experience. I loved hearing how well your club level tickets are, though, and how that experience when you went in the preseason was good, because FedEx is bad, and it just seems like it's the story of our whole franchise. They're doing everything right up there, and we're just doing everything wrong down here.
Yep. Absolutely. Shout out to Bobby Humback. Said, time to hop over to the Ravens. Oh, brother.
Oh, no.
It has to take more than a stadium to sway us. All right, we've been through this mode. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it. Yo, so we saw, and we're going to talk on Wednesday about the game and try to actually break it down. But being there and in an opponent stadium live, were there any moments that stood out to you? Like, were there any times where, you know, we made a huge play and you're sitting here like, yeah, what, to the guys, or vice versa? So you said you were talking back to them.
So officiating, that stood out the most to me. Like they just did not know how to call the game. Like there was a moment in the game where I was screaming that they went to the Stevie Wonder for officiating school. And I just said that out loud. I was so mad. And then I'm throwing out disses and everything like that. And I'm like, I saw it from all the way up here. Right. And like, they're sitting there like they had to go to replay. Like, it seemed like they replayed like 4 times. Like if they had to go into the booth to replay something 4 times. I was irritated. So, and like, I was, I'm the loud one, you know what I'm saying? So I said a few choice things. So
of course,
what was evident was how Dink and Dunk, Howell was doing. He threw that one long one to De'Ami Brown, and then he just started check down Charlie all over the place the rest of the game. And you could tell he didn't trust the wide receivers, and he was abandoning the passing and just kept running the ball. I didn't like that at all either. So
he did do a lot of running.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had over 60 yards on the ground, but he also got sacked 5 times. So you could tell he was getting happy feet in that pocket. I mean, and there was 2 times where they almost had him grasp where you're almost like, normally they're going to blow a whistle to that. And he was able to keep playing. He broke away. But one of those times he like broke away and then held on to the ball and got sacked again. So yeah, there's definitely lessons that he has to learn. And we're not even going to talk about Diami because I've been right. I watched his plays over and over. He's close to the door. He's close. Yeah. He's holding his bags everywhere he goes. For me,
that's only because there's no other better options on this team. Like that's like legit. That's the reason why he has his spot now.
Yeah, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But look, let's go into it, man. Let's go do this.
Let's jump into it.
Before we do this, man, guys, man, look, just get something to drink, get a little breather. We'll be right back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is. Yeah, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we know why you're here. The second year in a row, Washington Football Weekly is bringing you our final mock 53-man roster.
So now, Sean, I gotta jump in here. So earlier tonight, you were like, "I'm not sure I can make it. You guys may have to go." And I've been terrified all day, thinking about how I'm supposed to host a show, and because that is exactly why. Look at that! Look what you just put in there. You know, like I'm so glad you finished up work and hung around so you can help us out because I can't do that.
Look, I had to, and where I'm at right now, I'm at the church. So I had my laptop with me and I was walking around and I had my headphone in and I was rewatching the game because I was like, dang, these guys are ready. And at first I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it tonight because we normally don't even get out till right around this time. But they got out early and I'm sitting here like checking out, trying to check it a little bit where I go. And then I'm sitting here looking at my roster and everything. And I went to the first one to look at it and be like, oh, I could put it on. And I was like, wait a minute. I made that mistake before. Adam Humphries. Nope. Let me go to ESPN real quick because it is not working. Look, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, mock 53-man roster. We know tomorrow 53 is going to come out. We're going to figure this out. We're going to know what's going on, but we want to tell you what we think is going to happen. And we're going to go right on down the list. Gentlemen, are you ready to get this thing started? All right. Let's start off at QB. I think we're all pretty safe to say our starter will be Carson Wentz, healthy Carson Wentz. Taylor Heineke has proved that he has that number 2 role, in my opinion, because there's still some things that Sam Howell needs to work at. But look, this is the way we want to do it. Let Sam Howell sit back, learn from 2 guys that have been in the league for some years, learn what he can. He's got moxie, but he's still number 3. But those are my 3 QBs. Y'all on board with that?
Yeah. My only caveat to that is don't be surprised if Taylor Heineke gets traded. That's just my 2 cents about it. Okay. For draft picks or yeah, maybe like a 5th or something, but like just don't be surprised if it happens.
Okay. We could now there's a guy. Well, we're gonna get down on this list at a certain position because there's a guy that we actually played his team this past week, and I've been talking about him all off season, and it's at a position that we really need. So yeah, I might be interested in a little bit of a trade. Will, I'm coming to you on my favorite position, the running back room. What did you think?
Oh, good. I'm gonna throw out a name you're not expecting here. So I fully believe that Brian Robinson is going to go on the non-football injured reserve, meaning he's out for 4 weeks. All right. So I've always said we were going to have 3 running backs. I didn't think we were going to keep a 4th on the active roster. So now that elevates Antonio Gibson to 1, J.D. McKissick 2, and I'm going Jonathan Williams as our 3rd running back over Jarrett Patterson.
Wow.
Yeah. Now he was injured on Saturday, so he didn't get to play. So if it's a lingering injury, that could change. But earlier this preseason, Williams was getting carries earlier than Patterson. So to me, that kind of that showed me a little bit of what I thought was the pecking order. And I've heard a couple reporters say that he can play and that they like him. Honestly, between the two of them, I don't think it matters. I think they're going to be on the practice squad in general anyway. But yeah, so I'm going to change it up. I'm going Jonathan Williams as the third running back.
Okay. What'd you think about that?
Jonathan Williams. I don't know, man. Honestly, I like the way that what's his name? Bonifon was playing on Saturday. So to me, and especially with Brian Robinson, the tragedy that happened to him, like I agree with Will. I think he might be on the IR list. I think we might be out for longer than a month. Yeah. So I don't see him coming back longer than that, especially that he just got shot. I think they're going to take their time with him. I really think, to me, if he's not gone for at least 6 games, maybe the whole year, guys. I don't be surprised if he doesn't come back this year. I'm going to say my Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, and honestly, I got Patterson and Bonifon. So that's I got 4. I got 4 running backs. Previously, I had 3. I had Brian, Antonio, and JD, but I got 4 now.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So I had 3 like you guys before yesterday. Now with Robinson, I brought up Jarrett Patterson because I thought he played really good in this last game, even though he really hasn't done much. And this is really just a fill-in for me. Now, if Robinson does not come back, that obviously we'll probably be looking, maybe in free agency a little bit later. We'll look and see what we have. But as for right now, it's Gibson number 1, McKissick number 2, Patterson number 3. And if Robinson doesn't come back, then we could keep Bonifant on a practice squad. I mean, because he has been playing, like he's been contributing while he's gotten his opportunity. But it's preseason though, so I'm wondering how much of that will translate into the regular season if given the opportunity. But yeah, I got those 3: Gibson, McKissick, and Jarrett Patterson. So I had 3.
And let's just say this: nobody's playing well. There's no easy way to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Bonifon. He had literally 24 yards. I'm like, oh, I like the way he plays. Right. Are you just killing it? 24 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, that's where we stand with that. All right, coming to you. Ab, in a position that we've always had fun with, going back to a year ago, wide receiver. How many you keeping and who's staying?
All right, so I said 7 last month, okay, and we have the obvious, but I said 7, and I had both Milne and Erickson making the team. That has changed. I think there's going to be 6 wide receivers now. The obvious: McLaurin, Dotson, Samuel, and Sims. Those are the obvious. That's 4. I got Milne winning the competition between him and Erickson. I look at them the same, guys. I think they're pretty much the same wide receiver. They're both vying for the kick return, punt return job. So yeah, I have Milne winning that. I do. Erickson, sorry, bro. Thanks for participating, but you're gone. And De'Ami Brown, because we don't have anything better on the wide receiver squad. Okay, so because the ball keeps hitting him in the wrong spot of his body. His hands. So yeah.
It's such a shame because that first catch was coming across the middle. He's like stretching now, catching it, making a great play. And the next one is a slant right to him, hits him right in the hands, and he's alligator arming it.
So that one play reminded me of The Replacements. You remember that one play, yes. Orlando Brown? Yes. It hit him in the hand. He's like, shucks. Yeah. Like, and it just like to me, I'm like, what is this? This is a
Right.
movie.
That one down the sideline.
right now.
Oh, that one down the sidelines. It was another week, another deep pass down the sidelines from your college quarterback, and you just totally butterfingers it up again. I was like, all right, Diami, you got to go, buddy. But that does not reflect what my list says, but it does somewhat. So I have 6 as well. Alec Erickson did get the axe as well because him and Milne, like I said, they're both playing for that kick return position. And now I don't think Gibson's going to be there now that Robinson's out. But even if they're trying to put Gibson back there, that means one of those guys has to go. Erickson, the only connection he really has is just that he was at the Panthers. You know what I mean? So I think he goes. I think it goes McLaurin, Samuel Dotson, Sims. And then this is where it switches for me. Milne, and the very bottom of my list is Brown. And he's practicing with Howell just whenever they get a shot because I can't do it. I can't put him on special teams. It's stressing me out. It really is because I've been fighting for this guy for 2 years, trying to tell you guys that this guy's going to be it. And what we saw last year is carrying over into this year. So, but he's still on the cut. But it's like you said, it's because I don't believe in Erickson. And I mean, he has talent. We know he's had times where he has shined, but overall, it just seems like it's not consistent enough. So I got those 6. Will, what are you thinking?
I have the exact same 6. I switched out Milne for Erickson based on what we did earlier. My pecking order has changed, just like you guys say. I agree with it. I did not think that Cam Sims would be our number 4. And normally a wide receiver, we've said it, this is an exciting position that you're stashing talent that you're excited about. But I'm not excited about Dax Milne. I think he's a body to return kicks right now. And Ab, you said it. I think the only reason why Diami at this point is on it is because there's nobody better. And so why not keep someone with speed and size and is raw and just, make him inactive every week? But that's just really disappointing that's going to be his fate for right now, at least, because he has been a huge disappointment this preseason. So yeah, I've got the same 6, same order as you guys.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Also, it's too early to give up on a 4th round pick,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So like that. I mean,
it's worth keeping.
Right.
If we kept Apke for like 5-6 years, we could keep him for another 3.
Right. and like, look, and looking at this from a QB's perspective, I think this is something that they might want to do for Sam to get him more comfortable. You got your guy who has 1 year under his belt. Now you have him still on the team. It keeps you kind of in the mix. I got to bring him in any way I can, man. They got to stick together. My Tar Heels have got to stick together.
I think Sam wants someone who's going to catch the ball more over someone that he knows from college.
Bro,
wow.
So you know what you do to wide receivers that can't catch? Turn them into cornerbacks.
Right. Put them on defense, right?
They turn them into cornerbacks, bro. So I mean, if that's the route that if he can't catch, guys, that's what we're gonna have to do.
Quentin Dunbar, that's what he did.
Reversed, yeah.
He made it. And he got paid.
There you go. There you go. But look, we are gonna go ahead and move on to actually one of the positions that we've been really excited about, tight end, but it's also been really stressful because it's had a number of injuries. Now, we know Logan Thomas, he's been activated. He's kind of back. We don't know what it's going to be like on the field against actual pads or whatever, but we have him at 1. We have Bates at 2, Turner at 3. Both those kind of been dealing with hamstrings, but they've both essentially proven themselves at least at certain place. Bates with what he did last year, and Turner, we know with his hands and his speed and everything. Still got to worry about that blocking. And then I have Blanton, the guy that we just brought in because he's been around. I liked Rodgers. I liked Hodges. I love what they have, but I just think they're still so green. There's too much work we need to do, and we don't have enough time to do it in. So I think if we keep Blanton in here. Now, this is where if we do what Ab said and trade Heineke, and we do something like a player or maybe somebody that's been injured in another team and then get a draft pick or something, I've been talking to you all off season, Will, about a tight end that went to Baltimore, Mr. Charlie Kolar. Now he's been out all off season and all through training camp and everything, but they're gonna kind of keep him on the team. But with Andrews already there, they also have Jack Boyle. They used to play for the Colts, who's pretty legitimate. Isaiah Likely out of Coastal Carolina, stud. He's been playing his butt off, and he's really going to come in there and do it. Kolar has the size, he has the specs, but if you haven't been on the field, look, the best ability is availability. He hasn't been on the field. If we can make that happen and bring him over here, I mean, you got a guy that has size, that has hands, kind of like Cole Turner, but then also has the size where if we can get him in there and he's blocking like he did when he had to block for Breece Hall at Iowa State, some option. I've been thinking about how we can get him on the team in that trade. I like, so that's where I'm at, but I got 4. Will, what are you thinking at tight end?
So can I ask you this?
I'm going to freeze that face, Ab.
How are we getting Charlie Kolar? Are we trading them Taylor Heineke?
I'm throwing out possibilities.
Okay. He'll get released, Sean, and then maybe we'll pick up their scraps. Okay.
Right. Hey, I'll take that as well.
You love yourself some Charlie Kolar.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And you know what? If you love him, you know who else probably loves him and knows it is Eric DeCosta of the Ravens. And he'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, this guy's out for the season.
Yep.
IR him. Sit him down.
Him. Oh, yeah.
Right. But hey, if they do cut him because of injuries, then yeah, I say we should go for it.
Yeah.
Not sure if I see that happening.
No.
So I'm going to go with bird in hand, and I'm going to go with the 3 guys you mentioned. And shout out, Ab, you brought his name up in July. I had never heard of him before. I'm like, what? It's converted quarterback. But hey, the best availability is availability. He played like 8 quarters these last 2 games. So Armani Rogers making the team. Good for him.
Okay, I like that.
So 4? You both got 4?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. So in July, I only had 3. I had Bates, Turner, and Rogers because Thomas was on he was on the unable to perform list. So, but Thomas is back. So we got Thomas, we got Bates, we got Turner, and Armani Rogers. He makes the team. I like him, guys. I told you. Like, I'm not one to say I told you so, but you know what I'm saying? You definitely know I hate saying that. But yeah, Armani Rogers makes this team, guys. I got 4 tight ends. I don't know if you guys seen an argument that I was having online with someone, and I was telling them that I think we would take more tight ends before we take more wide receivers. I think we see more talent in them than just throwing a flyer out on a wide receiver that we haven't really seen anything out of anybody this whole preseason. So expect that extra spot. I think we normally do 3, but it'll be 4.
Yeah. And I mean, and part of it, I think is again, like I talked about with Diami and Sam, part of it is making your quarterback comfortable. We have talked about this all season, how Carson Wentz, what he loves, his tight ends, his big physical tight ends that could kind of, go through the middle and get a one-on-one with a linebacker or a nickel corner, somebody that they have a size advantage over or potentially a speed advantage over. That's something that he's comfortable with. So I like that. I like keeping the extra guy, and let's see. We got some good ones. But Charlie Kolar, if we can get him, that'd be better. Moving on. Moving on to my favorite position group. Will, I'm coming to you. Offensive line.
Yeah.
Something that we've been watching all off season. What are you thinking? How many people you keeping?
Wait, Will, I think Sean needs to go first. Let him tell us.
I vote for him too. This is his.
Tell us your
just
15.
So you know, there's only 50 guys that are allowed on this team.
Tell us your 15, Sean.
Teams, so you can't have 15 offensive linemen, Sean, but you should go first on this.
Yeah, you definitely. This is your first one forever. Okay, don't be doing it on us ever again. You're the first to go now on offensive line forever. Okay,
listen. All I'm saying is we've had a lot of injuries. So last year when I said 13 or 14, it wasn't a bad idea. That's all I'm saying. All right. But I've been working with my two co-hosts over here, and they have taught me there's other positions that might need a little bit more help. I've only gone with 10 offensive linemen this time. Wait, let me go back and see. Yeah, that goes from 12 last time, and I thought I was doing good then. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, last year I came to the final mock with, I believe, 14 or 15 offensive linemen. I think we use a good number of them, not all at once, but so I got Leno, Norvell, Roulier, Turner, and Cosme. I have Lucas, the rookie, Paul. I got Keith Ishmael. We just got Wes Martin back, and a guy that you mentioned to me, Ab, who played a lot this last game. I've been watching him, and I think I'm gonna take a chance. Beavers. What did you did mention? Somebody, maybe it was you. Somebody mentioned Beavers earlier in the offseason. Maybe that was on. Okay, maybe. See, again, I had to have a moment where I kind of look crazy. I know I thought we've mentioned Beavers before, but he's my last guy that I have on here.
Okay. You're kind of missing someone big here, Sean.
Who? Larson?
No. Ab, is that why you gave him the face when you heard it too? Is he missing a name?
I was sitting there looking. I'm like, you didn't mention Charles?
Well, he didn't. I got a bigger name that you missed out.
Sadiq Charles. Yeah.
I think you might have the other Wes that you missed out on. You forgot Schweitzer.
Yes, that's who I did forget. Good call.
Yeah, Schweitzer.
He's our Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I think he's going to take that that guard spot over Trey Turner right now, man.
Yeah, Turner's been hurt all offseason, right?
Yeah.
So definitely Schwitzer. Schwitzer.
Yeah.
Charles. Sadiq Charles. Oh yeah, Sadiq Charles. Yeah. All right, what you got, Will?
All right, so I went Leno, Norwell, Roulier. I have Turner penciled in as the starter because he was supposed to, but like Ab said, I don't know his health status, although he's back, but can he start? And then Sam Cosme. So I've got my Cornelius Lucas and I got Schweitzer as our top backups, guard and tackle backups. Sadiq Charles and Chris Paul as the two interior guys. This is the one where I decided to keep 10. I think the health of Trey Turner is going to determine this. So I am keeping Keith Ishmael, but I could see us cutting him if Turner is healthy because Schweitzer can play center. And I also heard that they have Sadiq Charles working out at center a little bit too. So I'm going 10 and I'm keeping Ishmael, but I will not be surprised if I am incorrect here and he's on our practice squad because I don't think anyone's going to pick him up and you can easily elevate him if you need to.
Yeah, I like that. What are you thinking?
Ishmael is not on my list, guys. And honestly, I don't think he was on my list in July either. So I think he's gone. I really do. At the most, practice squad. Mm-hmm. We have too many people that can play too many positions. So my only difference from you guys, did y'all say Wes Martin?
I did. I did.
Yeah. So Wes Martin, I think he tops it off to 10. So what I got, Leno, Schweitzer, Roulier, Norwell, Cosme, that's my starters right there. Paul, backup. Turner, backup. Honestly, Turner, I'm kind of like this on. I think Turner's like a big name, but I can still see, sometimes those big names can be pushed out if someone's actually doing things. And I think Paul might be able to push out Turner, but I do. And you got to also look, we got Martin too. So Martin is, and he already knows our system. So why keep Turner? So I could see Turner leaving, but as of right now, he's hard on my team. Lucas, Charles, and Wes Martin.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
I like that.
10.
Yeah.
10. Okay. I like that. All right. Moving on. Next, going over to the defense. Will, coming to you for defensive line. What you think?
So I've got 9. Obviously, Chase Young is not a part of this. He's on the PUP list, so he does not have to factor into your 53. So I've got our starters as Montez Sweat, James Smith-Williams, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne. Our top rotational pieces are Casey Toohill, Fedarian Mathis. And then I've got 3 others joining us. F.A. Obata, Shaka Tony, and I put in David Wise. So the guy I did not keep on this is William Bradley King, which I think between him and Tony, I think they're kind of battling out if they're and Daniel Wise as to who might be the last 2 if they keep them. If not, I think we're going to see all these names on the practice squad. So I think they're going to be a part of our team, whether 53 or practice squad.
What you thinking, man?
So I want to say 9. I do. I really want to say 9. Yeah, I want to say 9. So everything that you said, but in that last spot, it's a toss up between Tony and Bradley King. Like I don't see. And then one of them, and then when Chase Young comes back, then one of them gets kicked off. You get what I'm saying? So, but I love what Wise was doing, and to me, really good. And to me, like, I'll be for real, guys. I got 8. So I got 8 because Wise can be inside or out, and inside he can play defensive tackle or defensive end. So to me, I think that Ron likes that flexibility, and to me, I have 8 for that reason, and just so that we can put Chase Young in at the end. But I do have pretty much everything you said, Will.
Yeah, and we're all the same. I have 9 like you, and I had 1 extra person just so, and that was about it, just to fill in for the amount of production that we're expecting from Young with him, not being there. So, but I have that pretty much the same. Ab, moving to you with linebackers. How many do you have here?
That's the perfect
worst
face.
One.
The perfect face, man.
This is the worst one, man. Like, it really hurt my feelings. Like, so in July, I only picked 4, and then it was a toss up. Like, I only picked 4 that were like obvious is Holcomb, Davis, Mayo, Hudson. Those are the obvious ones, and it's still the obvious ones: Holcomb, Davis, Mayo, Hudson. Now, to me, I think it's, even though we don't use linebackers like that, I still think it's irresponsible to only carry 4. So I have 6. I have 6 linebackers: Trey Walker and Dejon Harris. Don't ask me why I picked those 2 names. I literally threw some things in the air and those 2 names stuck. Okay, so don't ask me why, but that's why I did it. Okay.
Yeah. I know. I had the first 4 I have with you: Holcomb, Davis, Mayo, Hudson. I picked Eifler because he's been here with us a year ago. But again, I don't really. I'm sticking with those 4, and then if we really need help, we'll go elsewhere to get it somewhere else, because after Hudson, it kind of drops off for me. So I got those 5 though. Will, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. It's like I don't want to list 5 linebackers. I don't think we have 3 good linebackers on this team. It's so weak, and I hate our depth in this. And I saw nothing from Kaliki Hudson, who I wanted to see, is he progressing? I guess he's going to be a special teams player, which that's going to be important. And he better be like Apke on special teams, making plays, making a reason to make this team, because it's his year 3, and he's showing me nothing at linebacker. So I added a 5th. I too, Sean, added Milo Efer. I don't really have any excitement about it, but I've seen him on the field, and he was on the team last year, so sure, why not? Don't feel good about it.
Yeah, buddy. Moving down now, what I did was just corner. I split corners and safeties. Did you guys add them all together?
I usually do. I'm
Add
like
them
the
all
only
together.
one
I
that
can do
does them all
both.
together.
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let me just. I'll show you. I'll tell you my corners, and we'll go there, and then we'll show you what safeties. So at corner, I had Fuller, St. Juice, Jackson, Holmes, and Corn Elder.
Corn Elder, nice.
Yes, I think he's been showing out in OTAs and training camp, and he's playing pretty good in the game, man. So, what do you think, Will?
Sean, I've got this almost the same people actually as you. I've got Fuller, Jackson, St. Juice, Danny Johnson, who is like Ron's favorite, who, as I let y'all know, got torched by that new wide receiver in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't get so mad when the rookie bites it. When our like 5th-year vet bites the same route, man. So I want to throw up at our cornerback depth as much as I want to throw up at our linebacker depth. This is awful. And I actually have us keeping Corn Elder too. I had Holmes on the original roster in July, and he's been whatever. He's been nothing. Yeah. So it's like I don't think we lose him by cutting him and signing to the practice squad. So and Corn Elder has made more plays in practice from what I've heard. So I went 5 corners, Johnson and Corn Elder, and I ain't excited about it.
No, not at all. Ab, what do you think, man?
I'm digging you guys. I had Holmes, but you guys convinced me just now, so I agree. Elders instead of Holmes, but Fuller, Jackson, St. Juice. I had Danny Johnson only because he's been here for so long, guys. But I'm trying to tell you, I was screaming at the game when I saw him bite on that. And like, I don't know if he fell for it twice, or like, I don't know if he fell for it twice or if it was the rookie. Like, but they did it 3 times, guys. That same play 3 times, and everyone bid on it.
Yeah.
Everybody bid on it.
A bit hard too.
But yeah, Danny Johnson and Elders as my cornerbacks.
Sure.
Yeah. I can dig it. And safeties and free safeties come to you, Will. What you thinking?
Yeah, so I've got 5: Curl, McCain, Forrest, and I've got the rookie Percy Butler, and I've got Jeremy Reeves making the roster. Finally, he always gets cut at this time and makes his way back, but I got him making a 53.
Oh yeah. Ab, you with that?
Let me see real quick. Curl, McCain, Forrest, Butler, and Reeves. I got Reeves. I think Reeves has too much heart. He throws down. He plays hard.
Yep.
And honestly, honestly, until Percy Butler I think he's just a special teams player right now. Yeah. But until he comes up and is able to do more like consistently, Reeves knows what he's doing. So it's definitely his job, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Backup.
Yeah. Will, you talk about splash plays. There was 1 3rd down in the game on Saturday where they had run a toss to would probably be the left side. Reeves came up, read the play, knocked him out right in the backfield. I was like, oh, snap. Yeah. He really was doing something on run support. So I like that. So, yeah, that's why I had Curl, McCain, Butler, Forrest, and Reeves. Not necessarily in that order, but Butler, as we've, I'm in complete agreement with what you guys are saying as far as him on the actual defense, but on special teams, I've been hearing some things. That's one thing Doc was saying. This guy is screaming down the field on kickoff and all this.
He's fast.
He's not making the tackle, but he's running down the field.
Since when are we listening to Doc, man?
No,
I mean,
game 2, he was better. He was better in game 2.
Come on, bro. Since when are we listening to Doc, bro? Sean, you jumping ship on me, bro. Come on,
so
man.
Let me tell you something
I had
wild.
to give the benefit of the doubt.
Talking about broadcasts, I got messaged on Sunday morning. Apparently, I didn't even notice this because I watched a little bit in and out, but the Ravens broadcast is what I got. They never would show Washington sidelines. On offense, they would show Harbaugh. And on defense, they would show the new Ravens defensive coordinator, but not until the very end of the game when Ron shook hands with Harbaugh were they going to the opponent's sideline. And like it was my aunt texted me and she was like, "This is driving us nuts." And they're Cowboys fans. Like, where is Ron? This is bull.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you, man, like it was a weird experience being there because, you know, I only know of Washington football and like literally like they like between the mascot that got hurt. Oh, I don't tell you guys about that. Okay, so first, let me just finish my story about the early, but it was just crazy. It was just so focused on Ravens, like just everything was Ravens, and I know it's Ravens Stadium and everything like that, but even sitting down, they weren't even showing the opposite sidelines. You know what I'm saying? Even when we're in Washington, you see the other sideline every now and again on the big screen. Like I'm like I was just I'm like, this is crazy. All right, so mascot time, guys. So, okay, this was crazy. I honestly, I was actually arguing with somebody. Like, my son's like looking at me crazy, like, you really arguing with this lady? And so this lady was really, poor Nathan. So they doing the little mascot versus little league game, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these little league players were actually playing some hard ball. And it wasn't like these grown ass people as mascots. It was like little people, or I swear they were like children. Like the mascot for Ravens is a po' boy or something like that. But he is small. He is legit small. I'm not playing, not over 5 feet at all. And and like so he's sitting there running, smack. Like, honestly, just laid out by this little kid. And, like, I'm like, oh, he just got smacked up. Like, I'm like, that was the hardest hit. And he's, like, laying on the ground and, like, this, like that. And then, like, they're like, oh, he's just acting. And I'm like, no, that dude hurt. It's hurt. And so everyone's like, nah, he's just playing as part of the act. I'm like, nah, bro. He don't want to, like, they're like, oh, he would take off his mask if he was I was like, no, he don't want no one to know who he really is.
You're right.
He just got lit up by a 10-year-old. No man want to see that smoke.
He's like, I'm gonna keep this down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like to see anybody hurt, but that shit was so funny, bro. Like I'm like
the mascot got hit by a kid.
Yes,
and that's how he got hurt.
Yes. And then everyone started to believe me when the what is it? The cart came out, tried to get him.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there like, oh snap! And then he came out. Everyone's like, oh, see, he wasn't hurt. Da 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 da. I was like, no, they just got an extra little person in the back. They got part 2 in the back. That's all.
They switch, right?
They just switched it up.
Wow.
I was weak. I was so done, bro. Oh, sorry.
Can I tell you, like, when I saw, like, when I came back and I'm like, what is going on out there? I sat there and said, oh my gosh, that's something that would happen to us. Like, of all the things, for once, it wasn't our mascot.
That's hilarious.
You know, breaking his leg out there. Thank goodness.
That was great.
And I'm trying to tell you. And then, so that was halftime. And then, you know, in halftime, like the kickers come out and they do their warm-ups and everything like that. No one could do it because he was right dead in the middle of the field. He was still stuck there.
Man, she should have been snapping balls at Poe. Get off the field, dude.
Right.
Get ready.
Wow.
Sorry, Nathan.
Right. We touched the nerve.
That's not funny.
It's not funny.
It is
It
funny.
really
Come on.
Oh, man. Ooh.
It's a
All right,
mascot.
man. It's a mascot. It's a mascot, Nathan. It's not that serious.
Oh,
We're
Lord.
not talking about your wide receivers or your unpaid quarterback. We're talking about mascot. It's okay. Look, we have, speaking of special teams, we have one more position or one more set, special teams. We have place kicker, punter, long snapper. Those go as follows. Joey Sly, who is here because we don't have anybody else right now because he hasn't been looking great. Tressway, our MVP, and the Cheese Man. It's the Cheese Man out of Michigan. Should we be worried about Mr. Sly?
I think we should.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly,
Yes.
I think we definitely should. Like, there's no reason you're missing point afters. I'm sorry. You got one job, bro.
Yeah.
And one thing that I noticed at the game, guys, is all the kicker does is kick into that net over. No joke, at least 100 times, guys. At least 100 times just kicking into that net on the sideline. So when I read something that Ron said that Joey Sly is always so hyped before he's about to go out there, and Ron has to calm him down. Like, look, dude, chill. Dude, chill. I don't know what his prep is or what energy drink he's drinking or whatever it is, but you shanked 2 first afters in a row. Like, bro,
get out of here, man.
Like, the saying you have one job, like, it's for your ass. Like, it's for you.
Yo, not calling out any of the Herndon punters or kickers, but Christian Benedy. We know what y'all did during practice. Y'all sat there, didn't even have your helmets on, just kicking, playing around with the ball with each other while we're hitting each other head on head. See, this is that type of stuff, man. This is why we get mad at y'all when y'all miss these daggone kicks. Sorry, a little bitter. It took me back a little bit. Yeah, no, this is a problem. This is a problem. We had this problem a year ago with Dustin Hopkins. We got rid of him. Tried to get a number of other kickers. One of which was a guy by the name of Blewett that obviously did, I mean, self-explanatory. But Sly came in and was pretty solid towards the end of the year. But the beginning of this year, I mean, the first extra, like you talked about, the extra points, that first kick that he had early in the game, we drove down the field. Unfortunately, we were stopped in the red zone. It wasn't even close. As soon as he kicked it, you saw it veering off, and you're just like, really? Like, are we kidding right now? So that's something that reluctantly I put him on here because there's nobody else in that spot, but that's a position we need to take a look at, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, and it's like last year, he was flawless out there, but that's not his history. Yeah, and that was not what he was like with the Panthers. And there was a lot of talk of like, well, he's not normally like this. So yeah, I'm a little nervous myself.
Yeah. But we just signed him to a 2-year deal, didn't we, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like, honestly, like, we'll be coming up off of some money if we cut him too soon. So, I know this is like, we need to just be patient, but like, dude, again, you only have one job. You really just need to focus on this craft and just do this, man.
Yeah, Nathan, I need some names for you. I'm trying to check them up. Do you know anybody? How was your guy doing that you guys just went to Jacksonville? Verity. Is he having another really good year? I'm sending that to Nathan. He's commenting.
Carolina's kicker just got hurt. So, they got they had like 5 players over there trying out. You know what I'm saying? They serious. They really trying to compete, guys.
Carolina
might be a problem.
We might need to go over to Kansas City. Andy Reid let that defensive back or the running back kick.
Yeah,
he was hitting from 30 or 40. Man, that's all we need.
I think it was a safety or something, or safety or cornerback. Right. Yeah. Like he was doing his thing, man.
I'm telling you. Come on now, we gotta figure something out because this is not something we need to have.
I'm not seeing names out here that excite me. The only one, and I don't know all these names, but Eddie Pinheiro is the only name I've heard of, but I'm not seeing anybody exciting out here.
Nah, and I think he just got let go from somewhere too, bro.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Man. I don't know some of these names. I don't know who Matthew Wright is. I don't know who Sam Ficken is, so I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, we just gonna have to ride out with Sly right now.
Yeah. Now I do know who Elliott Fry is, but he got cut by Jacksonville, so he ain't making it. He kicked down here, but he's not an NFL kicker.
All right, quick question, guys. I know we're on our 1 hour and everything like that. But what moves do you like with all the notes of players projected to get released, cut from the team in the next few hours. Would you guys like to see brought in from those players? You know what I'm saying? Like we've always talked about it. Like I think we could probably even get another wide receiver. I haven't heard of any wide receivers, but I think wide receiver is a position. Maybe O lineman, definitely D lineman, linebacker, definitely, and cornerback. We've been talking cornerback. What do you guys think? Like players we should bring in, and that you think would actually fit with us?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm definitely watching who gets cut. I'm curious who gets cut at linebacker and corner because those are the two that I do not like our depth on. But I mean, there's guys out there. There's still tons of veteran linebackers. I mean, Anthony Hitchens is out there. Dante Hightower. It's like, who's the guy I really, really wanted? I can't even see him right now. He played with New Orleans. Quan Alexander. Is he still out there or did he sign? I can't see. I'm trying to check.
Joe Sherbert. You mean he got signed, but then he just got dropped, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. The Broncos cut him. Yeah. But I feel like if we really thought it was going to be an issue, we would have brought them in by now. Right. But yeah, no, I don't like our linebacker or corner depth, and I welcome any signings that we make that of guys that aren't on our team.
Yeah, I think you have to focus at those two positions, that linebacker and corner. And I mean, honestly, also, I mean, if what you said happens, Ab, with Robinson potentially not playing this year, do we look at a potential tailback or running back that might have been cut? I mean, is that somewhere we need to focus on? Because let's be honest, we're 1 or 2 games removed from Gibson, him and his fumbling issues. And yes, he had that game against the Chiefs where he was catching everything. But if he's going back to that role of being the guy that we obviously were trying to push up and run between the tackles, that's the problem we've been having. So do we look elsewhere, or what are you thinking?
Sean, that great question, and honestly, the answer is yes. I definitely do think that's something that we need to do. Sony Michel just got released from the Miami Dolphins, so that's something to look at. Wow. Sony Michel didn't start off too hot, but towards the latter part of it, like the last few years, he was looking on real legitimate. And so I think Miami's just looking for a faster back. Like he's a little bit mix of like hit you in the mouth and run kind of thing, like not just like this runaway runner type deal. So Sony Michel probably wasn't the best fit right there, but honestly, he fit real good here. So definitely running back is something you do because honestly, even though I like how Patterson and Bonifant performed this preseason, I'm not comfortable in that. You know what I'm saying? Especially for trying to compete.
Right.
And if, I always bring up the point, Sean, we knew if we put the ball on the ground, we weren't running. Yep. That sense of being scared needs to be inflicted into Antonio Gibson because there's something just not clicking with him. Right. So that needs to happen. He needs to feel like his spot is threatened.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's definitely important.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm going to go back to that question in a minute, but this is what Nathan was saying. In my opinion, I don't think Washington needs another running back. I think that takes away from Barber and Patterson.
Who's Barber?
Barber's not there. Who? You mean Bonifant?
Actually, I saw a guy that was on the Ravens that would be. I'm with you, Ab. Like we should be looking at other folks. Corey Clement is available. The Ravens cut him. He used to be with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And like you said, he can play. And if our plan was to play Gibson as kick returner because they actually think he's a weapon there, not just because we don't have anybody, but they think he's one of our best at doing it. And now we got to change that because Robinson isn't going to be available for an extended period of time. Then, I think we do need to go after someone like Sony Michel, like a Kenyon Drake who got cut, like a Corey Clement, as like we need someone who can take some carries that we trust as well, so that we're not, taking that part away.
Yeah. So I argue that point, Will, because that's exactly what happened to Cordell Patterson. You know what I'm saying? Cordell Patterson, they're like, look, we need a kick returner, blah, 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 and that's your spot there because we have, I guess we have running backs already. But Cordell Patterson is a legitimate running back, you know what I'm saying? And until he was able to shine in Atlanta, he wasn't able to flex that. Every here and there, maybe, but he wasn't able to flex that. And the only way you can really flex that is by attempts. That's what you're working on and everything like that. I bet you they won't put him in running a kick returner anymore until it was like a Deion. I'm sorry, was it Deshaun Watson or not Watson? Deshaun Jackson, yeah. Situation. You know what I'm saying? Like a very special situation. Like we're down. We need a good return. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like so. To me, I Gibson has shown that he can be 1,000 back runner. So I think and tell you the truth, if we just regulate him to kick returner, he won't be 1,000 back runner.
1,000-yard runner, yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But this just shines that spotlight on his issues again, and it was it was overshadowed by the fact that Robinson was doing so well, and unfortunately, what happened to him happened. So, these are the questions that we have to ask. Want to go to this one. Nathan said, wouldn't it be best to just draft and develop corners and linebackers? Obviously, yes, it would. The good teams do. Look, we went and got a couple of corners this year. We didn't address the linebacker thing. We've all of us have said all off season, this is the number one thing we focus on. One thing that we want is to focus on linebackers. They apparently, being the Commanders, apparently think something different and think we need everything else but that. Now it's rearing its ugly head. So,
I'm sorry. Will, were you about to say something?
No, you go.
Okay. Yes, Nathan, it would definitely be best if we did draft cornerbacks, draft linebackers, and everything like that. But when is there a draft in the next 3 weeks? I'm just wondering, when is there? We're talking, definitely the situation the situation is not for, that question is not for this situation right now. Now we're talking about what we can do right now to make this team better. And the only option is
free agency.
Free agency or picking up on the waiver wire.
Yeah,
buddy said Ab is back. Yes, sir. The shirtless wonder returns in the building. Look, ladies and gentlemen, that was our mock final 53-man roster. And just because I like this graphic, we're going to play it again. Yeah, buddy. I just wanted to play that again.
Can I tell you real quick? Every time you put on that thing where it's Will's like dun 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 dun, like that shit makes me laugh so hard every time. That makes me laugh so hard, bro. Like, get it, bud. I love it. I love it, guys.
I love it. Yeah, buddy. What's up, Anthony? Saying sup, fellas.
That's good, bro.
Hey, Anthony, you see who signed with South Carolina today? Slowly building it brick by brick, coming for Georgia.
Wow. That is dope. Yeah, buddy. Said, yo, did you do that joint on campus? Man, I did. Yeah, everything I've done has been on campus. I need to do a commercial for them. I need to sponsor them or something because I'm doing so much work for campus. Yo, definitely shout out to Anthony, man. Just got off this week in SEC, or as I like to call it, this week in Georgia. Talking about his Bulldogs and talking about what's going on in the SEC. Check him out every Monday and potentially Wednesday or Thursday. Give a two show thing. So that's our final 53. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back on here on Wednesday to go over the game, talk about the last preseason game, and look forward to the season that will start. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I'm also cautiously optimistic because I kind of feel like all the stuff, all the hard work we've done, all the research we've done kind of leads us to believe one thing, and they're trying to tell us something else. But we've seen how this defense has struggled. Obviously, we know about the running game. We talk about certain dink and dunk situations. We know certain coaches, certain this and that. So, is there any reason I should be any more excited? Or should I just keep it here and just stay even kill? Like, Will, I'm gonna come to you. What are you thinking, man?
Yeah. It's really hard to think after watching this preseason that some of those holes that we saw have been shored up. So I would let's start with low expectations so that they can only get exactly. Just come by November we get really hyped.
Let's note that we usually start off slow and then kind of finish off better. But I'm with you guys. Like, I kind of want to take back everything that I said earlier about how our team's going to do, but because I kind of want to take it all back. But yeah, guys. But yeah, I still believe in Carson Wentz. Still, I think he's going to be the shining light of our team. And honestly, we may not do good, but he'll do good, and then it's going to be like, what can we do to help Wentz out by the end of the year?
Yeah. So, hey, at the end of the day, we are looking forward to the first set of games. As you know, we start off the season with the Jacksonville Jaguars, then go to Detroit. Then, if I'm not mistaken, it's Philly and Dallas, Tennessee, and Chicago. I think it goes there. And those are the first 6. So, not the easiest, but not the hardest. Zagnev said, quick question. Sorry for spoken this. How does B-Rob being out affect run game plans? Yeah, we talked about that. So it definitely addresses how many other guys we keep to equal that kind of production. But it also, we were just talking about the fact that, unfortunately, we might have to go look at free agency. We might have to look and see who's been cut, who's been doing all the stuff we've been doing. And you see the guys that have been cut but still have tape on them so we can potentially bring them in. Look, a lot of the times, don't get twisted. 53-man roster and what starts the season is not always what ends the season. A lot of this, you have guys that will get in, they'll make that cut just so they can have it on the paper, and then a lot of guys will be taken out or brought back, injuries, what have you. So this is always continually moving. Yeah, that's what Ab said. Sony Michelle.
Sean, I'll even add to that. Just because they cut down to a 53-man roster, that doesn't mean that's what they start with in season 1. Week 1, literally they might change it up. Once they see all the players that's been released, they might be like pick. What I'm saying? So we that's just that. We may not start the season the same way we ended preseason.
Well, I believe that contracts get guaranteed in week 2. So sometimes they will let that week 1 roster go, and you can sign a veteran because then you've got they get the contract for the rest of the year. Too.
Okay, I'll add to that. Will, I'm sorry, I just heard about because I was watching. They were talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and everything like that. They were talking about his contract being guaranteed at week 1, beginning of week 1. So I don't think
he signed something new though.
I'm sorry.
He signed. He signed something brand new today.
No, but Roger that. I meant before that. I meant before, when because it was still speculation this morning. So this morning when I was watching it, that's what they said to me. So I don't know about the week 2 thing, but I'm just saying, especially for Jimmy Garoppolo, week 1 was when his stuff was guaranteed.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Well, brick by brick, Will, just make sure the murder holds it together. Wow.
It doesn't. It never does.
Unless it's their women's basketball team. South Carolina.
Yeah.
We shall definitely see. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to keep you any longer. We're going to go ahead and shut this thing down. We need to take a minute and tell you how much we appreciate our guy, the shirtless wonder, returning to the building, giving us his 53-man mock, and giving us a couple laughs at the expense of Mr. Raven Poe. Nate, can you give us an update? Is he doing good? Will he be able to play week 1? Or
Yeah. Do you expect him on the roster week 1?
did you guys get the name of the little kid that whooped his butt?
Is there APB on him?
Right. Are you pressing charges? I just want to know.
Pressing charges, they ought to be signing him to a contract.
Right? Right. Hey, actually, do we have to film on that guy?
Somebody?
Right.
Futures
probably play
contract.
linebacker. Let's go.
Oh, poor thing. Oh man.
Oh man, yo. So hey, we appreciate you being here with us. We'll definitely be back Wednesday and be back with you throughout the season. Our guy Nathan Snell. Appreciate you watching us, Nate. We appreciate you, man.
We're just busting you, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Because we can, if you can get under your skin, we're going to.
Right. Yeah, buddy. Look, y'all leave my man's Nate alone. Yo, absolutely, yo. Shout out our guy Nathan Snell, One Nathan Snell on YouTube. Big Nate Sports Talk podcast, covers WNBA. Recently, he's getting into Washington and Baltimore, their seasons, talking a little bit about the end of baseball and the start of the football season. He's going to be covering some college football, basketball, the whole nine. He does everything. Definitely check him out whenever you get an opportunity to. But yeah, we got to go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm staying up late tonight for you guys.
Yes. I appreciate this emergency Monday mock draft, second annual time. And we're here. My guy, South Carolina's finest, Will Kramer. And you know who it is. The shirtless wonder, Mr. Moist. Ab Lowe.
I told you stop calling me that.
Yo, you've been wearing jerseys the last couple of weeks. You got a no shirt this time. Probably back, man.
I said stop calling me that.
Let's get it, yo. Hey, yo. Hope everything is well with you guys. Definitely hope you guys have a good week. Stay tuned for more great stuff that we have out there. Stay tuned for all of the great content coming out of the Let's Talk Football community. And we're going to send you out with all the shows we got going. See y'all next time, people.
Everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.